Io Haru Ride, episode 6, I think. Yeah, it's episode 6. Man, this series, I'm telling you, it has replaced Golden Time for me, man. Right here, where it matters the most. This episode was particularly moving because we see Futaba struggling with the fact that Mahito has fallen for Kou, or Mabuchi as they call it. She's struggling with that. You know, she's like trying to be a good friend because Mahito is the first real friend that she's had. She's the very first friend that Futaba has genuinely had other than Kou himself. So she's trying to be a good friend, and she's like, well, yeah, I was in love with the previous Kou. You know what I'm saying? This is a brand new Kou. You know, maybe I can just fall back because, you know, she's my friend, and I'm not going to do anything that would damage our friendship because we are friends. But they keep getting put in these precarious situations to where they have to be with one another, and the more alone time they spend together, the more Futaba realizes that she does in fact love Kou, and the way it was handled with that train scene in the end was the shit. So basically they're on the train together going home. Well, they're not on the train yet, they're at the train station about to get on the train, and she says she forgot something at school. She has to go back and get it. And in her own mind, her inner dialogue, her inner monologue, she says, if he gets off the train, I'll keep loving him. If he stays on, I'll give up on him. And she keeps saying it. If he gets off, I'll keep loving him. If he stays on, I'll give up on him. If he gets off, I'll keep loving him. If he stays on, I'll give up on him. And then as the doors close, she closes her eyes and thinks, please get off the train. So right then and there, she realized in her own heart and mind that she wanted to love him all along, regardless of Mahito's feelings towards him. So I was just like, that's handled so brilliantly, man. And at the same time, I understand that pain of loving somebody who's, you know, who a friend of yours is also smitten with. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. Not on a personal level. It's not like me and a friend of mine was in love with the same girl, but I've seen it with two girls. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that happen. You know, so I was just like, I get that. You know what I'm saying? I get how that can be a struggle. You know what I'm saying? When you are really friends and you love the same person, that can be an inner struggle, and that can be a very hard thing to process. So I like how in the show we see that internally it is a struggle for Futaba, even though she's probably loved, she has loved Kou for a much longer time than Mahito has. Not to say that Mahito's love isn't genuine, but she actually has loved Kou longer than Mahito has. Now, here's my question to you all. Do you believe that Mahito stands a chance against Futaba? Because I personally do not. I don't really see it happening. Kou, for the most part, hasn't shown any interest in any girl except for Futaba. Even the way that he does it, even though the way that he does show his affection is kind of ass backwards, she is a person who he shows some semblance of loyalty / love / like to. You see what I'm saying? Mahito really doesn't stand a chance. I think in that instance he was just really being nice. He was just trying to get through a difficult situation, you know, and that's why to her it might have seemed like it was more, and that's why to Mahito, you know, she fell in love with him, because it seems like all the other boys in the class are always kind of throwing themselves at her because she's cute, and he hasn't, you know. So it might be that. Now, my second question, and this bugged me for a few days, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was struggling with even making a video because I wanted to make a discussion video, but I just said, fuck that, I'm just going to make the regular video. Man, we are in episode 6 right now. I think this series has a total of 13 episodes, I think. 12 or 13. Probably some OVAs, but 12 or 13 episodes. It is episode 6 now, and the characters are not together yet. They have not even professed feelings to one another as of yet. We all know it. We can all see it within the show. But the two central characters of Kou and Futaba have not said that to one another as of yet. It's been mentioned briefly, but it's not been focused upon at all. So, my question is, do you believe they will be together in the end at all? Because the way that the series is going now, I'm starting to doubt it. I'm seriously starting to doubt that they will be together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait for the series to end so I can read the manga. Is it a manga or is it a light novel? Either way, I just order it. It seems like they're not going to be together because I've watched a hell of a lot of romance anime, you know what I'm saying? And by midway of the series, you can kind of tell which direction is somewhat going, you know. I use Golden Time as an example. And in Golden Time, they put Bonri and Coco together in like episode, what, like 7, 6 or 7? Probably around that time. 6 or 7, yes. Around that time. It was around those episodes, you know, 7. Let's just say 7, right? That anime was 24 episodes. What they did was they put them together and just threw obstacles in their way to show that these two characters genuinely belong together. Now, in Kou and Futaba's case, there aren't any obstacles. Well, there weren't in the beginning, and even Makita's not an obstacle, so there aren't really any obstacles, but yet they are still not together. It's obvious that Futaba had to kind of refamiliarize herself, to make up a word, with Kou and how he is now. It's obvious. And it's obvious that Kou has some emotional issues, probably based on his parents' divorce. I don't know exactly what happened, but probably based on his parents divorcing, that he has to work out on his own, you know, and he's changed because of that. But there's nothing keeping those two apart. But they still are. They've grown closer as friends, but they're still not lovers yet. So it's some compelling force of nature that are keeping these two people apart. And when I see stuff like that, I'm just kind of like, okay, they're probably not going to be together in the end of this series. They might still be friends. One of them might even confess to the other one. But some type of way, they're not going to be a couple. And I don't want that to happen. But that saddens your boy to think about, because it could be a possibility. Let me know what you guys think about that, though. I didn't mean to get all philosophical and deep thinking on your asses, you know what I'm saying? But let me know what you think about that, though, man. Is there a possibility? Well, there's always a possibility, but do you think that there is a high possibility that when this series is over, Kou and Futaba will be nothing more than just simple friends? Let me know what you guys think. Vash the Stampede,